What was your name?
Devin.
Devin?
Yeah.
Appreciate you watching, man.
Yeah, all the time, man.
Quick shift, not using the clutch.
Oh, there's quick shifters on them?
So these
yes.
have quick shift.
Nice.
You want to be on the accelerator going through, you can flop the gears pretty quickly. They're actually the bikes that I ride.
Nice. Auto blipper as well or no? No? Okay. And then any like rider assistance, wheelie control?
The wheelie control's inside the traction control, so on one, it's going to be hard to lift it up.
Yeah. Okay. All right, what's up, Blockhead? So we are doing a test ride, and today we're on the Kawasaki ZX-6R. Oh, this takes me back. Kawasaki ZX-6R 2020, Team Green. Wes's first time on a 600R. It just makes me think of my Yamaha R6 days. Woo! So traditional test ride review. Oh my God. The seating position on this thing is crazy. Ergonomics, it's like your ass is like so high. The brakes are great, so touchy. And it's got a freaking quick shifter. So nice. All right, so yeah, we're here in Daytona doing some test rides on bikes for Bike Week 2020, and this is one of the first ones we signed up for, and I'm loving it. If you guys don't know, I used to own a couple sport bikes. So I had a Yamaha R6 and I also had a CBR 1000 RR, so you know, race tuned sport bikes. Makes me miss it. I have to get Wes's. He's got a 650. This is gonna be his first time on a freaking 600. So yeah, left side, high beam, low beam, indicators, left, right, horn, hazards, selection for right here. Basically trip A, trip B, odometer, right side kill switch and starter. You've got show a suspension, reservoir, ignition, all that stuff right here. In the gauge cluster, you've got your indicators on the left, so we're in neutral. You also got an indicator here, clock, fuel level, temperature, miles per hour. Whew, this thing is touchy. We got some live wires beside us. That quick shifter, man, is so nice. So you've got a couple different rider modes as well. Quick shifter is so awesome. The brakes on this thing are incredible. So you got dual disc brakes in the front, adjustable levers on right and left side, little pieces here, little dials. How do you change modes? We select, they said it's in rider mode 1. Yeah, you probably have to be in neutral or something to change the modes. Let him get a little tiny bit, get a little pull here. Woo! Oh, I miss having a sport bike. So the ergonomics, as you guys can see by Wes there, he is, I want to say like 6'2" or something. See if I can get it beside him. There's Wes, 6'2", and that's how he sits on it. And I'm 5'10". I mean, it is a freaking race-tuned sport bike. This is where my knees are setting, both sides. Just kind of hugging this like little indent in the tank part. You're leaning forward, man. I mean, it's meant to be, you know, a more aggressive bike. It's meant for the track. It's going to be a little bit more aggressive of a seating position. I mean, great for around town, and you know, I've seen people ride these things. I mean, we did a trip from Orlando down to the Keys, and two of the guys that we rode with were on CBR 600 RRs. You know, they rode the whole way. At every stop, you know, they're getting off and they're stretching. It can be done, but man, distance-wise, not the best. They're basically race bikes for the track and then just made street legal. If that's what you're looking for, you're looking to get to the post office quickly, then this will get you there. Come on, get it, get it, get it. feels really planted, you know, when you're kind of getting on it, but it does feel, you know, pretty flickable, as it should, being a race-tuned sport bike. Man, it even sounds, I mean, just like the kind of whine to it, you know. So I mean, we're at about, going 55 in 4th gear, we're at about 6,000 RPM. If I were to downshift, 52 miles an hour at about 7,000 RPM. The power band is going to kind of kick in more around like 10,000, I think. So whenever I'm getting on it there, you can kind of feel it really start to open up and pull. So traditionally, sport bikes have more of a, like a much higher horsepower number, you know, and they're going to perform well in those upper gears. I mean, this thing starts to redline at 16,000, which is just crazy. Like I said, I've owned sport bikes previously, and my RS6, so that's the 600 that I have to compare it to, that I had experience with. You know, once it hit like about 10,000, it was like a freaking light switch. It would just become a totally different motorcycle. Really woke up, but it's meant to be kept in those higher RPMs, you know, performing on the track. So it's like once you hit that, it starts to like really just, I don't have enough distance here to even show you guys. We're getting on the interstate here in a little bit though, which is pretty cool about one of these test rides from Kawasaki. So yeah, once we get on the interstate, I'll try to leave a bit more of a gap, and we'll pull it and we'll kind of feel a little bit of that power band. But going along, you know, cruising here, 5th gear, about 5,000 RPM, chilling at 50-ish miles an hour. You do have to use more of like your core, like, so a lot of times when people have these sport bikes, they always talk about like pain in the wrists, you know, because you're leaning more forward, but you got to squeeze your legs together on the tank, because like you need to use more of like your, I guess, your core muscles, right, in order to like kind of keep that weight off of your wrists. So you don't want to be like leaning forward so hard, because obviously that translates into your handling and all that. This is actually pretty nice to rev match with. My Yamaha R6 was a total pain in the ass. Coming to a stop. That's where my feet sit. Yeah, coming to a stop. Like I said, I'm 5'10", flat footing. It's comfy. It's light. Such a difference from the bikes I ride right now, which are Harleys. Nice. Hell yes. I guess this is where we get on the interstate. Really easy to find neutral. So some bikes it's kind of hard to find neutral, but went right into neutral with that. That friction zone, man, it grabs immediately. Yeah, see, so like 10,000 RPM. That's where the power band is, right there. I'd rather obviously keep accelerating in that power band, but kind of limited during a demo ride. Need to make a partnership with like all the big manufacturers so we can do these demo rides freely and openly. So what's up, Kawasaki? You know, do some demo rides, test ride videos, hit me up. All right, interstate time. That's super cool that Kawasaki actually lets you take these on the interstate. I mean, because a lot of your riding is going to be like interstate and highway, so for them to actually like do that, that's pretty great. I cannot get over that quick shifter. That's freaking amazing. Oh, this feels great. Yes. Nice. Feels great on the highway. That little pull right there, that was so nice. So nice. Leaning over on it feels great. Oh man, I miss owning a sport bike, guys. What you think?
So smooth.
Yeah, man. It does have like a nice linear power band though. I mean, you can definitely feel there's a point where it kind of like starts to ramp up a bit. But, you know, like I said, me comparing it to the Yamaha R6, because that's what I owned, like there wasn't much torque in like the lower RPMs for that bike. But for this one, it's definitely more linear, which is nice for a 600 or for a 600R at that. This is great. I was saying beforehand, like I'm not super critical in my test rides. I enjoy all motorcycles, you know, so I've owned sport bikes before, you know, race tunes, like I said, the 600 and the Honda CBR 1000RR. I own cruisers and I own like Honda Groms. You know, I just love motorcycles. So when it comes to it, like I'm not super critical. Like if I were to name some, you know, downsides, things that I don't like, obviously like the positioning is not like super comfortable, but if you're buying this bike, that's what you're buying it for, is like to go fast. Wes owns a 650 right now, so I was telling him, after this, dude, you're tasting the forbidden fruit, you're gonna want to upgrade that thing to a freaking 600, which is funny because I mean just the 650s aren't tuned like the 600Rs. Damn it, I miss this. Anyways, I don't know, you guys let me know your thoughts. If you guys own a ZX-6R, you know, y'all be sure to drop your thoughts down in the comments below if you're thinking about upgrading to like some of the newer ones for the features and all that. You know, this has got like a couple different rider modes. We're in neutral, select, off, to, so basically you press it in for the select. And then you press up or down. Actually, I think you can probably do it. Closes that gap real quick. Woo! Yeah, I think you can do it while you're going. So if I were to press in, yep, you can change it. So you press in and then you press up and down to go through your selection. I'm impressed. I mean, like I said, I'm a lover of all motorcycles, but I do miss having a sport bike. Yeah, big thanks to Kawasaki for letting us do some test rides. Greatly appreciate it. You guys let me know what y'all think about this bike. Drop your comments down in the comment section below. You guys let me know what I mean, it's like, I'm not a huge fan of green, but I like the style of it. It looks good. Personal preference. I mean, people love green. Wes, he loves green. But if it came down to it, I'd replace the green like all black. I mean, even if we had a little bit of green like that honeycomb on the side. Looks good. I'll lock it a lot. Last pull. I mentioned the brakes kind of off the bat, but like the brakes on this thing are great. Really good. Yep. Just feeling it in the wrists. The ergonomics of it, man, you gotta sit way more forward. Like if you see how like his butt is in line with his hands, and then your legs are tucked, man, he's taller, so that bike probably feels a little small for him even. Maybe something more upright. I can't get over the quick shifter. Amazing. Alright, well, this has been the test ride, guys. Finishing up, back to the Speedway. You guys let me know what you think. Like I said, drop your thoughts down in the comments below. If you're considering getting a ZX-6R, Kawasaki, I mean, it's a great bike. If this is the application that you're going for, you're looking for a race-tuned 600cc sport bike, this thing feels great. Good brakes, good power. The quick shifter on there, nice. It's crazy that it comes with it. Yeah, I'm a fan. Good job, Cowie. Anyways, if you guys enjoyed it, be sure to hit that like button. If you're not subscribed, hit subscribe. Hit that bell icon so it sends you notifications of future uploads and activity. Until next time, you guys ride safe out there. Stay vigilant. Catch you on the next one. I was going to boop him, but I don't know the clearance on it. Put it in neutral for the next person. Kickstand down, off. What'd you think?
They're so good. Only thing I didn't like was...
I knew it. Dude, as soon as I saw you sit up and you went like this, to alleviate that, I was saying in the video even, you gotta squeeze with your legs on the tank. Use more of like your core muscles to kind of take the weight off of that.
Yeah, I did that some, but not enough.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, you forget. That was fun. Did you use a quick shifter? Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Push it and then you're in the next gear.
Yeah.
Like,
It's great. You don't even have to let off throttle. You just bip. Oh, damn. It's got an Akrapovic from the factory? Nice. Designed for Ninja ZX-6R. That's great.
I don't know,